Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out Manila just walked into the global tourism ring, slapped New York, nudged Paris off the stage, and said, "Excuse me, this crown's mine." Sounds impossible, right? Well, surprise, it already happened. Twice. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in a world where travel titans like London, Dubai, and Tokyo usually hog the spotlight, Manila pulled off a jaw-dropping upset. Not once, but back-to-back, by being crowned the world's leading city destination at the World Travel Awards. 2 years in a row. Cue the gasps. Cue the confetti. Cue the jealous side-eyes from Vegas. Now, before we dive into the how and why Manila did what seemed unthinkable, let's talk about this award. Because I know what you're thinking. World Travel Awards? Is that like a participation trophy for cities that have decent airports and a couple of Starbucks? Oh no, my friend. Think bigger. The World Travel Awards, founded in 1993, are basically the Oscars of global tourism. The travel industry doesn't just like these awards, it worships them. We're talking millions of votes cast every year by industry pros, media experts, and seasoned globetrotters. Winning this isn't luck. It's validation, recognition, and bragging rights rolled into one shiny golden globe. And here's the kicker. Historically, this award lives in the hands of Western heavyweights. London, Paris, Dubai, the usual suspects. Manila? Let's be honest, for years, the world barely mentioned it in the same breath. But now it's rewriting the playbook. But hold on. How did a city once underestimated suddenly flip the script and make global giants look over their shoulders? Buckle up, because in the next part, we're breaking down exactly what Manila has that made the world say, "Okay, this is different." So, what exactly is Manila's magic formula? Spoiler alert, it's not just beaches, jeepneys, and lumpia. Though let's be real, those alone could win awards. Manila thrives because it's a city of contrast. And contrast is catnip for travelers. Picture this, you're walking through Intramuros, the centuries-old walled city, cobblestones whispering colonial history into your ears. 2 blocks later, boom, you're staring at a glass skyscraper that looks like it was imported straight from the future. That's Manila. It doesn't just show you the past, it slams the past and the future onto the same block and says, "Enjoy the view." But it's not just architecture. It's the energy. Manila is noisy, chaotic, and buzzing. In the best possible way. It's a symphony of car horns, street vendors, karaoke at 2 a.m., and laughter spilling out of sorry stores. It's not a city that politely asks you to experience it. It grabs you by the hand and drags you into the party. And don't even get me started on the people. The real X factor here isn't a landmark or a skyline. It's the hospitality. Filipinos have this way of making you feel like you're not just a tourist. You're practically a cousin who's late to the family reunion. It's warm, it's genuine, and it's impossible to fake. London can build another tower, Dubai can open another luxury hotel, but can they replicate that heart? Good luck. But if you think Manila is all about charm and vibes, wait until you see the receipts. Because up next, we're diving into the big guns. The jaw-dropping malls, luxury hotels, and record-breaking nightlife that put Manila in a league of its own. All right, let's talk about Manila's heavy artillery. Because while heritage and hospitality warm your heart, Manila also knows how to melt your credit card, spoil you silly, and keep you dancing till sunrise. First up, shopping. Manila isn't just a good place to shop. It's a global heavyweight. 4 of the world's 10 largest malls are in the city. That's not a typo. These aren't just malls. They're mini countries with zip codes. You could spend 3 days in one and still not find the exit. From Gucci and Chanel to local Filipino designers making waves internationally, Manila malls are where luxury meets everyday life. It's like Rodeo Drive collided with Amazon Prime, but air-conditioned. Now let's level up to luxury and leisure. Manila's hotel game is serious. We're talking 5-star towers with rooftop pools overlooking the bay, resorts dripping with indulgence, and casinos that would make Vegas nervously adjust its bow tie. The financial districts? Buzzing. Global banks, investment firms, international conferences. Manila is not just playing tourist paradise, it's flexing as a global business hub too. And when the sun goes down, oh boy, Manila cranks up the voltage. Rooftop bars with panoramic views, speakeasies hidden behind unmarked doors, live music that gets under your skin, and street parties that don't ask for permission. The nightlife is electric. Forget the city that never sleeps. Manila isn't just awake. It's caffeinated, dancing, and challenging the world to keep up. But here's the thing. All the glitz and nightlife would be empty without soul. So up next, let's rewind the tape and explore Manila's cultural heartbeat. The history, stories, and landmarks that make this city unforgettable long after the party's over. Here's the truth. Luxury malls and sky-high towers are great, but what really hooks travelers, what makes Manila unforgettable, is its soul. And that soul lives in its culture, its history, and its people's unshakable pride. Take a walk through Intramuros, Manila's ancient walled city. Those cobblestone streets aren't just pretty Instagram backdrops. They're living pages of a history book. Spanish colonial ruins, horse-drawn carriages, churches that have stood through wars and earthquakes. It's like time travel without the DeLorean. And then there's the San Agustin Church, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the oldest stone church in the Philippines. Step inside, and you can almost hear 400 years of whispers echoing through its walls. But Manila isn't stuck in the past. It wears its history proudly while reinventing itself daily. Head over to Rizal Park, the beating heart of national pride, where Jose Rizal, the country's national hero, is honored. It's not just a park, it's a symbol of resilience, sacrifice, and the Filipino spirit that refuses to bow down. And then there are the museums, packed with artifacts and artworks that tell stories not just of Manila, but of the entire nation. These are stories of struggle, rebirth, and a culture that blends influences from Spain, America, China, and its own rich indigenous roots. Manila's a mosaic, a city of layers that somehow fit together in one vibrant picture. But here's the kicker. This pride isn't confined to buildings and monuments. It lives in the people. Ask any Filipino about Manila's back-to-back win, and you won't just get a polite smile, you'll see goosebumps. Leaders, locals, even the president himself called it a chills-down-the-spine moment. Because for them, this wasn't just about tourism, it was about validation, proof that the Philippines isn't just playing catch-up, it's leading the conversation. And that brings us to the grand finale, the bigger picture. What does Manila's back-to-back win mean, not just for the city, but for the Philippines and the future of global travel? Get ready, because the conclusion is where it all comes together. So here we are. Manila didn't just win a shiny trophy, it dropped the mic on the entire tourism world. For the second year in a row, this city, once dismissed as underrated, has proven it's not only on the map, it's redrawing the map. Here's the bigger story. Manila's victory isn't a fluke, it's part of a wave. The Philippines also scooped up titles like World's Leading Dive Destination, 6 years running by the way, World's Leading Luxury Island Destination for Boracay, and World's Leading Tourism Board. That's not random. That's a statement. The Philippines is no longer the underdog. It's a tourism powerhouse. But Manila's win hits different. Why? Because it's more than glitz, more than malls, more than nightlife. It's about a city that combines grit with grace, history with innovation, chaos with heart. Manila is proof that a destination doesn't need billion-dollar branding campaigns or 500-year reputations to dominate. It needs soul. And Manila has that in spades. Think about it. When travelers land here, they don't just get another city break. They get an experience layered with culture, laughter, flavor, music, history, and connection. They don't leave with, "Yeah, nice trip." They leave with stories, with emotions, with memories that stick. And that's why Manila is shaking the industry. Because in a world obsessed with bigger, taller, shinier, Manila reminds us that authenticity wins, that warmth wins, that a city with resilience, rhythm, and relentless ambition can outshine the giants. So, what does this mean for you? Simple. If Manila wasn't on your bucket list, it just got promoted to the must-see list. Because the world isn't just watching Manila anymore. It's booking flights. And if you're still on the fence, let me put it this way. If you're bored in Manila, you're probably bored with life. So pack your bags, book that ticket, and experience the city that shocked the world not once, but twice. Because Manila isn't just waiting to be seen, it's waiting to be felt. And hey, if this video sparked even a flicker of curiosity, do the usual YouTube thing. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss more bold, high-energy stories just like this. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the world is watching. And sometimes, the underdog bites back harder than anyone expected.